Do you know what are functions in ECMAScript 6? Well, this lecture might be just what you're looking for. Hello everyone, welcome to the online Node.js programming tutorial series from W3 Grads. In this video, we will discuss about the ES6 functions. So, let's get started. A function is the set of input statements, which performs specific computations and produces output. It is a block of code that is designed for performing a particular task. A function is executed when it gets called or invoked. Functions allow us to reuse and write the code in an organized way. Functions in JavaScript are used to perform operations. In JavaScript, functions are defined by using function keyword, followed by a name and parentheses. Let's look at the syntax for defining a standard function. The function name may include digits, letters, $, and an underscore. The brackets in the function name may consist of the name of parameters separated by commas. The body of the function should be placed within the curly braces. The function body may include a statement or a group of statements which you want to execute in order to perform certain task. A function is executed only when it is called or invoked. This process is also known as function invocation. Let me show you how you can call or invoke a function. Here is the syntax of calling a function. A function can be called simply by writing the function name followed by parentheses. In case any parameters are included in the function declaration, then you need to supply the corresponding arguments, or values within the parentheses while calling that function. Now, let me give you an example, which will help you understand the functions more clearly. I will go to my Sublime text editor where I have already created a file named function_example.js. Here, I will create a function using the function keyword. Then, I will name the function as say hello. After this, I will put parentheses, followed by curly braces. Within these curly braces, I will include a console.log statement, and pass a literal string as, hello ECMA script 6. So, my function named say hello is now created. Now, I have to call this function in order to execute it. Therefore, I will go outside the curly braces, and write the function name, say hello along with the parentheses. Now, this program is all set to be executed. So, I will save the code. Then, I will go to my command prompt, and type, node space function example.js, and press enter. You will notice the string hello ECMA script 6 displayed on the console. Let us try to understand the different types of functions. The first one is the parameterized function. Parameters are the names that are listed in the definition of the function. They are the mechanism of passing the values to functions. The values of the parameters are passed to the function during invocation. Unless it is specified explicitly, the number of values passed to a function must match with the defined number of parameters. Here is the syntax of defining the parameterized functions. Here, you can specify any number of parameters as per your requirement. Let's understand the parameterized function with the help of an example. I will go back to the Sublime text editor, and get rid of the existing code. Then, I will create a function with name add, and include two parameters as x and y. After this, I will go to the function body, and declare a variable named z, and set it equal to x plus y. Then, I will go to the next line, and include a console.log statement, and pass the variable z inside its parentheses. After this, I will move outside the function body, and call this add function. So, I will write add followed by parentheses, and pass two arguments as 10 and 20. The reason why I have supplied two arguments is that, we have specified two parameters in the function declaration. Now, I will save the code, and run it. So, I will go back to my command prompt, and type, node space function example.js, and press enter. You will notice 30 displayed on the console. In ES6, the function allows the initialization of parameters with default values if the parameter is undefined or no value is passed to it. Let me explain this with the help of an example. I will again go back to the Sublime text, and get rid of the existing code. Here, I will create a function named showName, and specify two parameters as first name and last name. Then, I will set the value of last name to Marsh. After this, I will go to the function body and include a console.log statement. Within the parentheses, I will pass the first name parameter, and concatenate a space with it, along with the last name parameter. Then, I will go outside function body and call the showName function. Here, I will supply the value for one parameter which is the first name as Sean. This is because, I have already set the value of last name to Marsh, and this showName function will always consider Marsh as the default value of last name, when no value of last name is explicitly passed. Now, I will save the code, and try to execute it. So, I will again go back to the command prompt and type node space function example.js, and press enter. You will see the name Sean Marsh displayed on the console. In case you specify the value for last name explicitly, the default value Marsh will be overwritten. Let's see how. I will go to the Sublime text editor, and make changes in the existing code. Here, I will go to the line where I have called the showName function, and put a comma after first name value Sean. Then, I will pass the last name value here as Pollock. I will again save the code, and run it. So, I will go to the command prompt and type node space function example.js. You will now notice that the name displayed is Sean Pollock, which clearly indicates that the last name value Marsh has been overwritten, and it has now become Pollock. Now, you can also pass the REST parameters in the function. REST parameters do not restrict you to pass the number of values in a function, but all the passed values must be of the same type. You can also say that REST parameters act as the placeholders for multiple arguments of the same type. For declaring the REST parameter, the name of the parameter should be prefixed with the spread operator that has 3 periods, neither more than 3, nor less than 3. I will illustrate this using an example. So, I will again go back to the Sublime text editor and get rid of the existing code. Then, I will create another function named show and add a parameter x followed by a comma. After this, I will put 3 dots and write the name of the parameter as y. Here, it is important to note that the REST parameters should be at last in the list of function parameters. Then, I will go inside the function body and include a console.log statement. Here, I will pass the parameter x, and concatenate a comma followed by concatenating the REST parameter y. After this, I will go outside the function body, and call the show function. Here, I will include 6 values as 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60. Now, this code is all set to be executed. So, I will save it, and go back to the command prompt. Then, I will write node space function example.js, and press enter. You will notice the numbers 10 to 60 displayed on the console. So, this is how you can use the REST parameter in a function. Till now, we have learned about basic and parameterized functions. Now, we will look at the returning functions. The function also returns the value to the caller by using the return statement. These functions are known as returning functions. A returning function should always end with a return statement. There can be only one return statement in a function, and the return statement should be the last statement in the function. When JavaScript reaches the return statement, the function stops the execution and exits immediately. That's why you can use the return statement to stop the execution of the function immediately. A function can return the value by using the return statement, followed by a value or an expression. Here is the syntax for the returning function. Here, the return keyword is used along the value which it is going to return. Let's go ahead and understand this with the help of an example. I will again go to my Sublime text editor, and delete everything. Then I will create a function named multiply with 2 parameters x and y. Then, I will go to the function body and include a return statement to return the multiplication of x and y. Now, I will go outside the function body, and call the multiply function. Since this is a returning function, therefore it will return a value. However, if you have to display the value returned by the function, you will need to call that function within the console.log statement. Therefore, I will include a console.log statement, and within the parentheses, I will call the multiply function. Here, I will provide 2 argument values as 10 and 20. Thus, my code is all set to be executed. So, I will save the code and go to the command prompt. Then, I will write node space function example.js and press enter. You will notice 200 displayed on the console, which is the product of 10 and 20. So, this is how you create and invoke returning functions. With this, we come to the end of this video. I hope you have understood the concept of functions well. So, keep learning, and I will see you next time. Until then, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and press the bell icon for more interesting uploads. Thank you for watching this video.